Hi, my name is Marilyn Henselman, and I'm the CTE Director for Bellevue School District. Welcome, and thank you for joining the CTE Elective Town Hall. I will be joined by many teachers in the different career pathways that will talk to you about the different courses and opportunities within those pathways. However, before we get started, let's take a moment to recognize the land that we are on. Grace Brady, our curriculum developer, will do that for us now. Next slide. Grace.
We acknowledge that we are on the indigenous land of Coast Salish, who reserve treaty rights to this land, specifically the Amish Snoqualmie Indian tribe. We thank these caretakers of this land who lived and continue to live here since time immemorial.
Next slide. So many of you may be asking what career and technical education is. These are elective courses that explore the different career pathways. Along with that, throughout this evening, you're going to hear about the different career pathways, and you will also notice several opportunities within CTE. First off, we offer college credit and after-school leadership opportunities. You will notice on some of the courses that are being offered, there will be a plus sign. The plus sign indicates that this course is a college accredited course. You will also notice that the teachers will have a list of leadership opportunities that are available after school. These after-school leadership opportunities provide students the opportunity to excel in the curriculum that they are learning within the course of the day. This could be something like DECA, where there is competition and events that are going on, or it could be something like a satellite club that offers opportunities for students to excel in that field, to have guest speakers showing up and showing them new and modern techniques within the engineering field. Next slide, please. In CTE, we have different levels of instruction. There's exploratory, which is the introduction of specific career courses. Then we move to preparatory, where there's more advanced learning that could provide college credit as well as industry recognized certifications. And then we have advanced studies, which are our 2 and our 3 hour programs. Next slide. Our 2 and 3 hour programs are our satellite programs, which are 2 hours, and our WANIC programs, which are 3 hour programs. These will also be indicated on each slide for every career pathway. These programs allow students within our district and outside of our district to be involved in a program that shows a lot of interest and is really dedicated to that profession. There would be college credit, industry recognized certifications, and a great deal of intense work within that program. Next slide. So we're going to begin now with our middle school programs. Our middle school programs involve STEM, computer science, and video audio visual communications. These classes are offered at all of our middle schools. So we will now begin with James Burke, who's going to talk to you about STEM education at our middle schools.
Hello, Bellevue community. This is Mr. Burke. I am the STEM teacher at Tyee Middle School. I have been a teacher here at Tyee for 20 years. I love teaching in Bellevue, and what I really love is the dynamic world-class opportunities in our middle school STEM engineering classes. We try to prepare, inspire, and develop students for high school and careers beyond high school. We prepare students for all CTE programs provided in the Bellevue high schools. We inspire all students to pursue careers in STEM, and we develop high-level process-based design thinking classes to help create a problem-solving child. We do that through 4 classes and leadership activities that include clubs and other ad hoc opportunities. The 4 classes that we offer are Applied Engineering, Design Production, Robotics, and Flight and Space. We encourage students to follow that procedure, but let it be known that these classes can be taken in any order. The Applied Engineering class is our fundamental class in engineering, and it teaches kids about shop safety and the design process on how to solve real-world problems. The next class is Design and Production, where we focus on 3D CAD and rapid prototyping using lasers and 3D printers. The next class is a robotics class that uses the design process to solve real-world problems with robotics. And our final class is our Flight and Space class that, pays homage to our aerospace industry in the Puget Sound area. Some of the clubs and activities that the kids can partake in are Robotics Club, Rocketry Club, STEM Club, CTE Leadership Club, and a TSA Club. This program, so you know, is a dynamic program, and it's always changing to meet the needs of the community and industry. Now I would like to pass it over to Hillary Leonard to talk about our computer science programs in the middle school. Thank you.
Hi, thank you, James. My name is Hillary Leonard, and I teach computer science at the middle school level here in Bellevue Public Schools. I'm excited to talk to you tonight about our computer science program that we offer in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grades. I want to start by talking about computer science discovery, as it's our most entry-level computer coding class that we offer. And it's open to all levels of coders, including students who've never coded before. In this class, we do start a unit out with going into a problem-solving model that teaches students a structure that they can use for solving real-world problems. And this particular unit will include lessons in debugging, as we know that their programs will be riddled with errors as they get started, and they need to be confident in solving them. This particular unit ends with them developing their own app based on a real-world problem that comes from some work that they do to prepare for development of an app. We then move into teaching them a hypertext markup language, which is the syntax for developing web pages. And students will work in a code editor where they can use a hybrid approach to drop block coding as well as line coding with syntax directly in an editor. This is a great hybrid approach to move students away from block coding and into more line editing. And this project will result in a multi-page website on a topic of their choice. We also do some work in JavaScript where they will learn to create an interactive animation using JavaScript as a language. I also teach Python 1 and Python 2. And these two classes are more line text based in a more traditional code editor. We start Python 1 going through introducing students to data and ways to manipulate data through variables, understanding different values and expressions. Then we move into creating decisions with data using conditionals, booleans, and we do take some time to study libraries and do some program analysis and code structuring. And we round out our Python 1 class with teaching students how to draw shapes and lines, and then the process for making them move across to the display screen to prepare them for animating in Python 2. In Python 2, we introduce lists and using them in for each and for range loops, so their code becomes much more efficient. And we also introduce sprites and sprite sheets so they can begin the process of creating more complex animations and games. And finally, we wrap up Python 2 introducing functions as well as some return values and some complex parameters. We have lots of leadership opportunities across the district. It can vary from middle school to middle school. Mr. Burke has already introduced a couple of them, but I will add that TSA is one, as well as coding and programming clubs that you may see at other middle schools. Thank you for your time tonight, and I want to pass you along to Laura Kosaki, who is going to tell you about media video technology.
Thank you, Hillary. Yes, hi, I'm Laura Kosaki, and I'm here. I teach at Chinook Middle School. I'm here to tell you a little bit about our Media and Video Production 1 and 2 courses. I see these courses as an exciting way to build engagement and enthusiasm among middle school students in the Bellevue School District. Students in middle school are able to explore and interact with top-of-the-line applications in these classes and also equipment and technology. They're producing content that is compelling and thoughtful and builds on their creative interests. Some of the applications we work with are Adobe Creative Cloud Suite, and in that there's Premiere Pro, Rush, After Effects, Illustrator, Animate, Character Animator, Adobe Spark, and others. Teachers also work in teams throughout the district and OneNote to guide students toward this curriculum. Our schools also run some of the clubs you see there, clubs and activities that are listed. So I'm going to mention a few of our colleagues here and what they're teaching. At Big Picture, Amy Robertson's an amazing veteran teacher who conveys much of her material on an impressive YouTube platform. She covers graphics, photography, photo editing, and video production and media technology. At Tillicum, Kendall Johnson, he's a new, invigorating teacher who inspires his students this year, teaching an assignment called Fix the Clip with Adobe Premiere Rush, and also a how-to project, a PSA, trailer projects, also using Adobe Rush and Microsoft Editor to help with access and equity for his students. At Tyee, Jeff Holzauer, another amazing teacher that brings his depth of knowledge and love of graphics and game design into the classroom. He's also an appreciated mentor, teacher. He teaches video projects such as Silent Movie, Commercial, 90 Seconds of Awesome, Tyee Stories, and a Speed Challenge. He also uses Kodu and Twine in media technology, and topics there include a different Tyee, My Logo, video autobiography, and game design. At Highland, Brooks Anderson teaches with a wise and calm demeanor and smile that inspires us all to teach better. He uses Adobe Premiere, Photoshop, After Effects, and teaches projects such as a nature compilation, an orchestra collaboration, podcast, stop motion, and an equality short film. And at Odell, Tasha, with her depth of knowledge in media and shared love of Legos with her students, also uses the Premiere apps and they're pros at stop motion. At Chinook, some of us also teach some computer science courses, and I blend at Chinook our Python course with our Kodiak News show, which is done in our film video club as animations for the show. And so we also teach at Chinook Video and Media Tech using the Adobe apps. One of the most heartfelt student projects we had last semester was called Hope Is, and it was an opportunity to see how students conveyed hope. Also, My Worldview is a regular project in both media and video at Chinook. That's a little bit about all of us and our media and technology and video production 1 and 2 classes. Thanks for your time. And now here's Marilyn.
Next slide, please. So that was a little information about our middle school programs. If any of those programs you are highly interested in and would like more detailed information, feel free to contact our office and we will connect you with the instructor in which your son or daughter attends. This video this town hall is being recorded, and there was another question in regards to the CTE Spotlight. The CTE Spotlight is sent out and it's primarily from middle school to high school, yet the majority of the material tends to be geared towards high school. We're going to now start talking about our high school programs. We have 12 different career pathways, from agriculture, business, hospitality, marketing, architecture and construction, education, human services, STEM, AV technology, health science, information technology, and transportation. There will be a teacher who will talk about each one of these programs as well. Please note at the high school level, there are classes that do receive college credit. They will be noted with a plus sign next to that class. The courses with the college credit could be for Bellevue College, Shoreline College, Edmonds College, Lake Washington Technical Institute, Renton Technical Institute. It just depends based on where the articulation was agreed upon. Most of our programs also have industry recognized certifications that students could earn. And so we've tried to provide a rich and rigorous program for our students to follow. So with that, we are going to start with agriculture with Lisa Lindholm. And so, Lisa?
Good evening. My name is Lisa Lindholm. I am the horticulture teacher at Interlake High School and the only one for the Bellevue School District. Kind of a unique individual that way. In my program, I have 5 different courses that are offered. The first one is Introduction to Horticulture. It's a 1-semester half-credit CTE class. But in addition to that, students are eligible to receive the 2 college credits, as Marilyn was mentioning. This class is an introduction to horticulture, as the name states. Students are learning about plants, how plants grow, how to propagate different plant material, and working in our state-of-the-art greenhouses. From there, we have environmental sustainability. This is a new offering in Bellevue School District and is very exciting as it focuses on the environment and how plants are grown in a sustainable nature with climate change at its heart. New for the 2021-22 school year is environmental sustainability can be offered as either a CTE credit or as a science credit. So students have a choice in that. Sustainability is a full year program, takes up 1 class period. Students look at things like biodynamics, permaculture, organic agriculture, and build models based off of those. For those who are very creative or who are just looking to learn something new and exciting, we offer 2 different levels of Floral Design 1 and 2. In Floral 1, students are looking at the basics of floral design, such as types of flowers that are commonly used, basic construction techniques, and a couple of projects thrown in there that are looking at bigger projects. This year we worked on an arrangement for a room in the White House. In Floral 2, students are looking at more advanced techniques, building off of what they already learned in Floral 2 or in Floral 1. And they are also manning our floral shop. In addition to the greenhouses, Interlake also has a floral shop on campus. We fill subscription orders for staff members. We do larger events. We've done centerpieces for Bellevue Schools Foundation. We sell lots of arrangements for various holidays. And we do a large number of corsages and boutonnieres for prom and homecoming. And finally is Nursery and Greenhouse Operations. This is a 2-hour program, a satellite program, as Marilyn mentioned. This class is all year long. It is only offered at Interlake, but it is open to all district students. Students get 1 CTE credit and 1 science credit, so it is a 2-credit class. In addition, they're eligible to receive 6 college credits. This class is amazing. We spend a huge amount of time in the greenhouses. We are the ones who develop and build and put on the yearly plant sales that many community members have come to love. It is exciting, dynamic, and one of my absolute favorites. For leadership, we have FFA, the National FFA organization. It's the largest and oldest student-run organization in the country. And we have competitive events for just about every area that you could want to participate in, as well as service events. And the FFA students tend our flock of chickens at the Interlake Horticulture Center. So that's a little bit about my programs. I'm going to pass it off to my colleague, Mr. Billy Salset, to talk about welding and construction.
Thanks, Lisa, very much. I appreciate that. And just as a teacher at Interlake, I have to also evangelize for Lisa. She runs a high quality program, so you're getting the best from her. What I want to talk about now, though, is about the Construction Core Plus and Building Industries Technology program that I run, as well as the Welding, Metals, and Industrial Fabrication program that is run by Mr. Jim Agnew. Both these programs are geared toward preparing and meeting the needs of students, whether they are looking to continue their education in a more formal sense at a post-secondary institution, or if they're looking to move straight into those respective fields themselves of employment. These programs are true hands-on, and they institute that applied principle, that nature of that hands-on learning that is such a foundational element to their success. In the Welding and Industrial Fabrication program, taught by veteran instructor Mr. Jim Agnew, you'll have access to a shop full of metalworking tools, machinery, welding equipment, all sorts of things. You'll properly and safely learn the skills it takes to work effectively with different metals and materials in that shop. From metal fabrication, spot welding, and brazing in the initial classes of Metals 1 and 2, to the 2-hour welding class where students practice arc welding, MIG welding, TIG welding. They use the plasma cutter, all those tools to help them create their projects. Students will find themselves performing the same high quality work that is practiced and expected in the industry. The 2-hour welding program here at Interlake is ideal for preparing students interested in pursuing a path of becoming a fully certified welder through the Lake Washington Institute of Technology, as well as preparing students for work straight out of high school. The courses that I teach, which are Woods Technology 1 and 2, as well as the Building Industries Technology Core Plus Construction course, these also have those same attributes of helping students prepare for their future. The courses of Woods Technology 1 and 2 are designed to allow students, in a progressive sense, to explore the concepts and ideas of good craft and good design, all while being instructed in the safe and effective use of hand tools, power tools, and industrial grade machinery necessary to produce those projects. The 3-hour Building Industry Technologies program goes even further into developing a student's path forward in either post-secondary education or preparing for post-graduation employment in the industry. In addition to offering credit equivalencies in math, science, and English, the course offers dual credit through Renton Technical College, so students can start their college work while they're still in high school. This course is also affiliated with the Construction Management program at the University of Washington and is geared up to offer those students who do qualify priority admission to the UW aligned through their construction management program there. Thanks for listening to all that. There was a bunch there, but I hope what I did was I piqued your interest for those programs that I talked about. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Stephen Hamada, who teaches in the arts, audio and visual communications, and technical theater. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Mr. Selsit. Hello, I'm Steve Hamada. I teach over at Newport High School. I am the video and digital media teacher. I will talk about the 4 different pathways that we have going. One in the video and television production group. Another pathway is in the computer graphics. Another one is in the photography department, and another is in the kind of theaters, tech theater, costume design. Okay. First off, let me touch out on the theater side. There's a tech theater program that has a 1 and 2 year, first and second year class. That is available at all the high schools. And it's basically like a cool behind the scenes kind of theater job where they build sets, they create scenery, and they also work like the lighting and other things in the live theatrical shows. There's a special costume design program that's held at Sammamish High School. That's the only place that's held, so that's a special course. You can also take that at Sammamish. In the photography let's see, pathway, that's a time where usually students have their first chance to take photography, and that there's 2 courses taken right off the bat. You can take photography 1 and 2, and then if you're really interested, you can take the AP photography, where they ask you to present a portfolio at the end of the year for your AP credit. In the computer graphics world, that is taught at, I think, mainly Sammamish, I believe, and some at other schools, but the graphics 1 and 2 are the basic design courses, and then the satellite program of the Sammamish print shop, again, is only done at Sammamish, and that has been going on for years, and they've won many awards for their work. So if you're interested in graphic design and printing, that's your spot. And then the video pathway, there's a lot of choices there. That is one that I teach in. If you've taken some video classes in middle school, that is a good start, but you don't need to have that background when you come to high school. We start from the beginning, and there's the beginning digital media production 1, and then there's the media production 2 you can take. And then at my school, I teach a advanced digital media production class. That's a 2-hour satellite program that students from all over the district can take. And we do kind of more advanced production there, and also we do a bi-weekly television show. So we have a television studio set up. Let's see. So all those classes are, the DMP 1 and DMP 2 are taught at all the high schools. The advanced media production 1 is only taught at Newport. There's a cinema production class. That's kind of another art and production class that's offered throughout the years, and that kind of deals with like watching films and breaking films down and critiquing films and then making short films. Let's see. And then also at Bellevue High, they have special programs in television production, because they also have a television studio, and they have the only radio station in the BSD, and they have a radio broadcasting and podcasting program. So if your son or daughter are interested in anything in radio, television, computer graphics, photography, or theater, behind the scenes theater, we got something for you. So in that, I will toss to Mr. Jeff Bright, who will talk about business and marketing opportunities.
Thank you, Stephen. Good evening. I am Jeff Bright, and I teach at Sammamish High School, and I've been teaching in Bellevue, believe it or not, for the past 36 years. I would like to thank everyone for attending this evening and allowing me the opportunity to speak about the interesting and valuable business and marketing classes that are offered in the district. All of these classes are available to every student. No prerequisites are required. First one is accounting. There's 4 levels of accounting, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Accounting is the language of business. You'll learn the processes, the systems, and how businesses control, summarize, and report financial data. It's kind of a side product of that is you're going to learn a lot of Excel. Each class level is 1 semester. Every business needs to employ accountants. This next class is personal finance. This class has grown tremendously in popularity because every student can find the topics that are find topics interesting that are addressed in this class. These topics include career exploration and awareness, investing, which is very popular right now with the way the stock market's going, investing in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, retirement plans, managing credit cards, which we probably can all relate to, and loans, paying for college, buying a house, buying a car, auto insurance, setting up a budget, the bankings, taxes, completing a tax return, learning about your paycheck, your pay stub. Okay, next, this class has kind of been rebranded. It's called Digital Communications and Technology. This is a project-based class that is good for every level student. Students will learn Microsoft Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, Outlook, and a little bit of web design. At the end of the semester, students will be able to be given the opportunity to certify at 2 different levels of certification, specialist and expert. Why do you want to certify? Great jumpstart for success in high school, college, and careers. Stand out from your peers. Being certified is a powerful item on your resume or college app. Business law, legal system, and how companies must function within the laws of our country. Class includes analyzing case studies and decisions. Okay, this is a 1 semester economics class. It's an introduction to the fundamentals of supply and demand and different market structures. If you enjoy economics, you would want to jump into this next class. AP Economics is offered at every high school. It's equivalent to micro and macroeconomics, Econ 201, 202, cross-credited with social studies, and Econ is in every college major. So this is a great deal. You are given the opportunity to receive 10 college credits in a 1-hour class. So at the end of the year, you'll take 2 tests. You'll take a micro test and a macro test. It's the only class in the district that offers 10 credits in 1 hour. Okay, next I talk about is business and marketing. Learn how to develop, implement, advertise, promote activities related to the 4 P's of marketing: price, product, development, place, distribution, and promotion. And that's business and marketing is a 1-year class. Entrepreneurship, learn how to be your own boss by creating a business that solves a problem. This class will give you the opportunity of working in a team to create a business plan that includes financials, promotions, operations. Students that can then take this business plan to the next level by entering it into many business plan competitions that are available. And if you're in a business class at any of the 4 high schools, you're invited to join DECA. DECA is a leadership component of all our business classes. If you are enrolled in business class, you qualify for DECA. DECA is a national organization that provides students the opportunity to compete in a multitude of events. This club is widely recognized throughout the country. DECA members will participate in district, state, and national competitions. I know I provided a lot of information very quickly, and I would be happy to answer any other questions or provide any clarity and understanding related to any business classes. Thank you. With that, I would like to introduce Rick Kilcup, our amazing Teacher Academy instructor.
Thanks, Mr. Bright. My name is Rick Kilcup, and I do teach the Teaching Academy and Teaching Academy 2. The course is based at Newport, but my afternoon class has students from all over the district. And what's very interesting, in the days of COVID, I've had students from the Caribbean checking in, Ukraine, all over the place. It's been a very interesting world. Why would somebody want to take a class called the Teaching Academy? Well, lots of reasons. One, it's 5 college credits. It's a 2-period class. But also it's a class with a very definite purpose. When I went through the university getting my teaching degree, many people in my class reached their senior year student teaching and realized, I don't really want to do this. It's a lot of wasted money. So that's one reason right there. It's a taste. But not only students who are interested in teaching as a career take the course. I have a lot of students who want to just have the experience to mentor, to work with kids. See, the course involves an internship where you actually get to try teaching. We cover a variety of topics, everything from how much teachers are paid, where that money comes from, how our schools governed, how to get a bunch of kids to sit down and be quiet. It's called herding cats side there, I think. But the number one piece of the curriculum is actually the students. In fact, before they understand my sense of humor, I tell them on the first day, I don't teach the Teaching Academy. And I get some strange looks there. What do you do? So I teach you. The Academy is, I think, the epitome of an outside of the box class. It's held in a little portable out behind the gym in Newport. And I tell them, look, if I only teach you things that fit inside this box, I have failed you. So this class is about you. if you're going to take a college credit course, I think it's a good thing to know some of the background of your instructor. I've taught with Bellevue since 1972, when the world was flat, I think. And, I've taught first, second, third, fourth, fifth grade. I've had a chance to travel nationally and do some work in Canada teaching teachers. I was out of the classroom for a couple of years as a mentor evaluator for first-year teachers, and I try to bring that experience to the kids. This year has changed the name of the game a little, but before COVID, students who graduated from the Teaching Academy with an A or a B were given a promissory letter of employment from the school district. Bellevue wants our kids to come back and teach in the district, and the letter would say, look, you get a degree, you come back, you got to be good. If you're not very good, we're not going to hire you. But if you are good at what you do, we will give you a job. That's how much the district values these kids. There is a second year class, Teaching Academy 2. Big difference. Academy 1 internships start partway through the year, and students they may intern in preschool through high school. Academy 2, the students are in an internship from the beginning of the year all through till they graduate. If you're interested, either as an adult or as a student, you can get a hold of me at Newport. You can find me at Newport. And you can actually drop into a class. We'll invite you into a Teams meetings. We'd like you to see what we do, what's going on. Our leadership club is tied with Eastgate Elementary. COVID has slowed this down, but the idea is students reading one-on-one to elementary kids to ask as their mentors. So thanks for your time. If you have any questions, get a hold of me. Jane Marie Brown is now going to talk to you about health services.
Okay, yes. Hang on one second here. Okay, just want to get my background right there. Hello there, welcome. Yes, I'm actually talking about health science courses in the Bellevue School District. And Bellevue School District is really very fortunate to have a very nice wide variety of health science classes and courses. And I teach health science careers at Sammamish. It's a 3-hour class, but I'm going to start talking about Intro to Healthcare, because that's a semester class that is a really good way to, if you have an interest in healthcare and you're just thinking about it, this is a good way to explore it. It's a great course to learn a little bit about the history of healthcare, explore some different careers, be a little bit familiar with anatomy and physiology in this class, disease processes, and you get to do some hands-on activities, like learn about body mechanics and learn about vital signs, and also receive your CPR and first aid card as well. So it's a really great semester class to kind of give you a good overview of healthcare, and it might pipe your interest for something further down the line. And there are a lot of other great selections as well. Anatomy and Physiology is another wonderful class that's offered at Bellevue. The Intro to Healthcare is offered at Bellevue, Interlake, and Sammamish, and then Anatomy and Physiology is offered at Bellevue. And also you can get UW in the high school college credit also for this class, so that's a really huge benefit. The Anatomy and Physiology class is an excellent way to build a foundation if you're interested in any health career, or just want to understand more about how the human body works. And it's introductory anatomy and physiology class, and you get to explore how body systems, the delicate web of interaction among different body systems, and why it's important to maintain balance. And you also get the opportunity to participate in HOSA, which is a future, it stands for Future Health Professionals, and it's an amazing club that you can become involved in, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. And so that's an excellent class. And then these are all great. Biotechnology is offered at Newport, Bellevue, and Sammamish. And biotechnology is what has developed our new vaccine, right? That we're all hoping to get. So that is part of what biotechnology is. It's a laboratory research technique, and this is, you get to learn about laboratory research techniques in this class. You would develop critical thinking and communication skills that are used in the industry, and you also get to explore career opportunities in biotechnology. There's also, I think, field trips are offered, which is awesome. Research projects, guest speakers. I know some of the students have gotten jobs in biotechnology labs for the summer, like an internship from even taking this class. I know that has happened as well, so that's pretty amazing. I wanted to tell you about a new class being offered at Bellevue, Public Health and Global Awareness. This is a class that is a great way for a general introduction to the field of public health. And this class emphasizes population health, disease prevention, and it also has a global health element to it as well. And if you're interested in learning more about how global health, more about the intricacies of global health, this would be a very interesting class for you, and how it affects society and culture as well. So I want to tell you a little bit about the class I teach. Health Science Careers is offered at Sammamish High School, but it's open to students from any high schools in the district, and it's a WANIC program. So we have students from other school districts and private schools as well. And this is an amazing class. In fact, when I was in high school, I graduated from Sammamish. I was actually in this class many, many years ago. It was called Health Occupations at that time. But this is an amazing class, and it offers quite a boatload of college credit, 22 credits. So for this class, you are introduced to a variety of health careers, and we emphasize hands-on, patient-oriented skills, and that is what that means is that we are learning in this class to be nursing assistants, and that is part of the training that's offered. So it's pretty amazing. We do spend a lot of time working on hands-on activities. We have the picture in the background is of the lab at Sammamish, which is a wonderful, cool room to be in, I have to say. We have 9 hospital beds in there, so it's a great place to have our class. So anyway, students that earn an A or B in this class can qualify for the college credit and take the nursing assistant test at the end of the year. And it's offered at Sammamish as well. And there's a written and skills evaluation. The students also can be involved in HOSA, which is the Future Health Professionals Club that I was talking about earlier, and there's opportunities to participate in state and national competition in HOSA. And the biotechnology students can be in HOSA, as well as the anatomy and physiology students as well. Anyone that's enrolled in one of these classes. And that's probably enough to share for right now. I'm going to pass this on to Human Services. And after that is Culinary. So next on the list is Human Services.
With Tracy Green.
Oh, okay. So we've got Culinary Arts with Tracy Green. So I'm going to pass that on to Tracy.
Good evening. I'm Chef Instructor Tracy Green, and I teach at Newport High School. I teach culinary arts and advanced culinary arts. But first, I'm going to speak about some of the classes under the Human Services and Education umbrella. First would be child development. This class builds a functional understanding of the physical, emotional, and cognitive development of children from conception to adolescence. Students study the science and research behind the concepts as well as practical applications. This would be a great prerequisite to Teaching Academy. Independent living. In this class, students gain essential life skills such as personal finance, credit, consumerism, nutrition, and very basic cooking skills. They learn about clothing care and repair, and they also do investigation of careers and work on some goal setting. Next class I'm going to speak about is interior design. And in this class, taught at Newport High School, they talk about the principles of design, color, and textures, and how they're used to create design products. And in the class, they do sample boards and look at the interiors of and a little bit of construction. Not they do any building, but they start to look at, you know, drywall and that kind of thing. So that's a great class for those who are interested in careers in interior design, interior architecture. It will also align well with the building industry's technology core plus construction that's taught at Interlake with Billy Selset. And this class is also available for college credit. Culinary Essentials One. This is a foundations class taught at Newport High School and at Bellevue High School. It's an introduction to nutrition and food preparation. We teach knife skills, equipment ID, measurement, recipe reading, and cooking methods. They're all covered, as well as nutrition, kitchen safety, and sanitation. At Bellevue High School, they teach Culinary Essentials 2, and this course is taught as an extension of Essentials 1, and they build and develop those practical cooking skills and food preparation. This year we're going to be offering a new class at Newport, and that is baking and pastry. This is a class that is also taught at Bellevue High School, and I believe they're in their second year. Baking and pastry is a great add-on to or an extension of Culinary Essentials 1 and 2, and this course takes a more rigorous and in-depth study of baking and pastry work. They're going to learn baking terminology, tools, equipment use, functions, and methods of professional baking are all covered. All three of these classes I just spoke about, Culinary Essentials, Culinary 1 and 2, and Baking and Pastry, are all sequential and would align with the next class that I'll speak about, and that is Culinary Arts and Advanced Culinary Arts, both classes that I teach. And they are under the Hospitality and Tourism umbrella. Both are WANIC classes, meaning they're 3 periods a day, and they're taught only at Newport High School. Because of it being a WANIC program, we draw from 7 different districts, so it's open to Newport students, all students within Bellevue School District, and then also outside districts like Mercer Island, like Washington, and some others. So these industry standard classes are taught in a commercial kitchen and taught by me, a former chef, and so they're learning all aspects of the hospitality industry. Definitely the cooking part is where our focus is, but we're also going to look at the industry as a whole, and that there's more jobs than just being a chef, that there is being a nutritionist, a dietitian, front of the house managers, food and beverage directors. There's hundreds and hundreds of careers in the hospitality industry. As far as the cooking part goes, they're going to learn basic French technique, which is what's taught around the world. And we're also going to look at safety and sanitation. They're going to develop knife skills, and teamwork is always part of our daily work. We go on field trips, not this year, but typically we go on field trips. We have guest speakers, we have tastings, and culinary competitions are all part of the curriculum. We are a ProStart classroom, and we compete at the ProStart Invitational through our club, the Newport Knives. Advanced Culinary Arts is where students are going to take what they learned in culinary arts and advanced culinary arts. They're going to take that information and they're going to expand, refine those cooking, but they're also going to start to work on their management skills, planning, communication, and those soft skills that are so difficult for anybody to learn, and they need to grow and develop and be put into, you need to practice them. So both culinary arts, advanced culinary arts get 10 college credits. And if you have any questions, please contact me. My email is easygreentee@bsd405.org. Next up is Jeff Mason, and he's going to talk about Cisco.
Well, thank you, Tracy. I would say it is a challenging task to be within 50 feet of Tracy's class. Sometimes the smell that comes rolling into our room, it's really hard to teach over that, but Tracy's being modest. What you don't know about Tracy is she used to be the sous chef at the Four Seasons and has amazing just experience, and just her kids just get an amazing education. So I really recommend that program. What a great time to be in information technology right now. Man, the job opportunities in IT. Bellevue has a number of courses. We're not going to go into all of these courses, but I do want to highlight some of them. Particularly, and we've talked about some of the Python courses, but opportunities like mobile game development and video game design. We've talked a little bit about web publishing, but I want to focus in on some of the AP Computer Science and some of the Cisco and the networking courses. Bellevue is blessed. Our AP Computer Science teachers, we've been able to kind of glean some of that skill from some of the larger companies in our area who will remain unnamed. Many of our instructors are retired from from those companies, and the skills and the depth at which we can teach is unmatched. We have the AP Computer Science program covers programming. It covers Java. Every day they are programming and writing code. This isn't a lecture class. This is a class where you are writing code. You get 5 college credits through Bellevue College. Cisco, our networking academy program, is a WANIC magnet program. It's only offered at Newport High School, but any student from 7 different school districts and all the high schools in the Bellevue School District can come and take this program. It has 15 college credits. It's offered through either Bellevue College or Edmonds College. It's the exact same courses that you take in the college. It's a lab course, kind of like AP Computer Science. Every day, in fact, I'm in our lab, and you can see this is not an ordinary classroom. Where else do we have equipment like this? We've got opportunities and donated equipment that just provide some amazing opportunities. Later on, I'm going to tell you 2 stories, and I want you to watch a video that we've got of one of our students. Every day, our students come in here. They get to work in partners on concepts surrounding topics of networking, cybersecurity, cloud, all different kinds of things that we get to cover in this class. You can see behind me right there. That is our Cisco Hall of Fame, where each student that passes their Cisco industry certification exam gets their picture posted up there. We have 4 of these. I never thought we would need 4 of these, but they're spread throughout the room, all packed with students that have passed their certifications. We have Advanced Networking Academy courses where we have industry partners that have donated millions of dollars worth of computer and networking gear and cybersecurity gear. And students get to work in it. That advanced course, it is a lab-only course. All they do is lab work in there. We apply all this in real life. You know, a lot of the teachers have been talking about the courses. going hand in hand with courses are clubs that we have. Our students have made a difference throughout the world in places like Slovakia, Zambia, Guatemala, Antigua. And some of you are going, wait, how does that work? Well, after school, students from computer science and all of these courses can come and work. We have refurbished thousands of computers and we package them up and we ship them all over the world. And our students, it's not just shipping the computers someplace. We partner with schools, and 14 of our students every year fly to different locations. We've been going to the country of Antigua, where we have been installing computer labs in schools throughout the island. They've been able to build wireless networks and bring students online. Antigua the education teachers in Antigua have been so thankful for the work of your students, because it has allowed them to be able to teach online where other countries in that region may not have that opportunity. Many of the students have said that they want to make a difference in the world. Well, how many students can claim that they've made a difference in national policy? Bellevue students can't. Bellevue students have met with prime ministers, met with attorney generals, met with Department of Education members in foreign countries, all working to make a difference in the lives of our students. Our students get internships. The opportunities like this just allow for some fantastic internship, fantastic job opportunities, scholarships, half-ride scholarships, full-ride scholarships to schools. They're graduating from college and getting accepted to great jobs, starting from the learning that they get here in the Bellevue School District. I want to tell you two stories. One story was one of my students he was actually doing some work on setting up wireless LAN controllers in Cisco. And it was kind of an advanced work that he was doing, and he was posting all of his work to GitHub, showing off in this beautiful lab format of the work that he was doing. He came to school one day and he came up to me, Mr. Mason, Mr. Mason, Mr. Mason. And he was so excited because a Google engineer had actually taken a look at his GitHub site, called him up and said, we have a job and I would love for you to apply for this job. He didn't know that the student was 17 years old. He didn't know that he was working in my classroom. The student actually had to sheepishly admit, well, actually, I'm not 18, I'm 17. And the engineer was stunned and actually said, you know, when you go through college, here's my information. Please contact me when you're done with college because we have a job for you. I have another student, went to Penn State and was at Penn State. And one of the things that we talk about is applying for internships and how internships in college and certifications are like a three-legged stool that get you jobs. And so we talk about applying for internships even when you don't necessarily want them, just as practice for doing interviews. Well, he went in and applied as a freshman for an internship that said junior and seniors only on it, and he still did it anyways. And he told me that, and I'm like, good for you. Well, do you know what happened in this interview was they couldn't believe the work that he had been doing for the students in Antigua. They were actually looking for an engineer doing some of the same things. He was at Penn State. They flew him back to Seattle, which is where the actual internship was, or the job was, interviewed him, said, we want you to work from our company. We understand you're a freshman in college. What if we pay for all of your college? You can do college online. We'll give you a full-time job and we'll pay for all of your online. He's almost done with college free. It's all been paid for by this company, and he's working for a company getting a full-time job salary. The last thing I want you to do is I want you to see one of our students, Govi. Govi came with us to Antigua. She worked designing and developing networks for these needy schools. She's worked in robotics. She is an amazing student. What you don't know about Govi is, like the previous student, she went to college. She's actually working for Microsoft right now. So I want you to watch this, and I want you to see what an example Govi is as a woman, as as learning and doing things for others, she is just an amazing example. So I want you to watch this and be inspired by Govi and what she's doing.
My name is Govi Pusarla, and this year I started Cisco and I'm a CCNA this year, and it was a lot of fun. I originally decided to do Cisco because I'm in robotics, and a lot of my friends in robotics recommended Cisco to me. So I decided to sign up for it, and I got in, and it's so much fun. Like, I love it. I love that it's a really great environment. It's very well formatted, and it's a lot of fun. I learned a lot of new things, you know, like such as like hacking and like the really cool stuff, and I can do it with my friends. I wasn't really too intimidated or anything, though. When you think of technology, you think of, oh, like programming, right? So I was like, oh, I'm probably going into programming and I don't really like, I'm interested in like networking or anything. I was like, oh, this is like 3 periods too, so it'll probably be a really hard class. But a lot of my friends were like, no, it's a really fun class. So I decided, you know, to give it a try. If I didn't like it, I could not do it next year. And then once I joined it, I was like, whoa, there's this entire new side of technology that existed that no one talks about. It's not just always coding or programming, it's hooking up the wires and networking, all the security that lets the businesses run. There are a lot of third world countries who don't get the opportunities that we have here, even the little things that we take for granted. So what we're doing for the Guatemala project is we're configuring laptops and putting software on them and all that, and we're registering them so that we can give them to students in Guatemala to use and study off of, which I think is really amazing. I'm very grateful to be part of it. There's not as many women in STEM. It's really important to show these different sides to women. It's not just always coding, there's so many other things that they could be interested in. When I applied to be the coach this year, to have this leadership role in robotics, this year there's actually more female leadership than male, which hasn't happened before, and I'm also the first female coach, so I'm very happy to have such a big role in the team and be able to show the other females that it doesn't have to be male dominated, it can be female dominated if you want, and be the support role for other girls who might want to do more but are scared or feel intimidated. And I feel like that's also translated over to Cisco, because Cisco is a tech-related field. I feel like we have to improve, you know, that support system for women to be feeling like, oh yes, I can join in this and I won't like be overwhelmed. You should join Cisco. It's a great program and I can't wait to continue it next year too.
Hello. That was a great video to follow, and thank you so much to Jeff Mason for his fantastic presentation. My name is Kim Herzog, and I am the robotics and engineering teacher at Sammamish High School. The classes I will talk about are offered only at Sammamish and are designed for students who have previously taken the fantastic middle school STEM classes that James Burke talked about earlier, and then build upon those skills in the high school. Also, we have 2 introductory classes that are designed to meet the needs of students brand new to robotics and engineering. So the first class I'm going to talk about is Introduction to Robotics. It's a 1-semester class at Sammamish for students in all grades. Students in robotics build skills necessary for success in STEM careers, including skills of collaboration, problem solving, time management, and communication. All activities are designed for students to build technical skills if they're a beginner or already have advanced robotics skills. In this class, students learn about robotics hardware, motors, controls, and sensors as they design and construct and program robots to meet specific criteria for several activities and games. At Sammamish, we offer a 3-course engineering pathway. These classes are really 21st century shop classes. I hope you get this idea that they're shop classes as I talk about each course. The first course I'm going to talk about is Introduction to Engineering Design 1 and 2. They are semester-long classes for students in all grades. This hands-on project-based class has student teams use engineering design to solve problems in our community. These community projects require learning how to use wooden metalworking machines, 3D printers, laser cutters, and related technologies to create a solution. This class focuses on building job skills, including leadership, teamwork, problem solving, and communication, which of course we know are critical for careers in all fields. Principles of Engineering is a year-long class for students in grades 10 to 12 and is the second course in the engineering pathway. This course prepares students with emerging trends and technologies to help them thrive in post-secondary education or training in careers focused on engineering, business, manufacturing, or management. Students in this hands-on project-based class will learn skills of problem solving, collaboration, communication, leadership, and project management. Through engaging and challenging projects, students will learn computer-aided design and work toward a certification in the SolidWorks CAD program. They will learn CNC machining, like you can see the Tormach I have behind me, mechatronics, and sustainable engineering principles. The third course, Specialized Topics in Engineering, is a year-long class for students in grades 11 and 12, and of course is like I said, the third course in our engineering pathway. This course allows students to apply knowledge and skills learned in Principles of Engineering to complete large-scale independent projects, as well as team engineering design projects. Students will work with industry professionals during the entire project, beginning with help in soliciting possible projects, meeting with stakeholders, design process and prototyping, final project review, and making the final solution. Of course, we also have after-school leadership opportunities for students. At Sammamish, we have FIRST Robotics teams. We have our FIRST Robotics competition team. We also have 2 FIRST Tech Challenge teams at Sammamish starting next year. So thank you very much, and I would now like to introduce Pete Mchugh, who teaches automotive technology.
Well, thank you very much, Kim. Good evening, parents. Boy, last but not least, boy, we're getting along here. So let me be fast. My name's Pete Mchugh. I'm the teacher instructor from ATB, Automotive Technology Bellevue. We're in the back of the book under transportation, so that's where you're going to find us. I wish we were in the front of the book, but oh well, that's the way life goes. So we are also a satellite skills center program. We're located at Bellevue High School. We are part of the WANIC Skills Center Consortium. We also service 10 high schools from 5 surrounding districts, plus the Catholics, and we deal with lots of kids. And we are the only automotive training secondary high school training facility, automotive facility in the east side. Bothell and Renton are the next 2 closest, so we're it, and we have a great one. Our shop is amazing, state of the art. You can see some of the pictures in there, and so some of those pictures are not even the newest ones, but we have great things happening. Our equipment is current. Our demo vehicles are all under 10 years old. We have, I don't know, 8 or 12 cars in our fleet. We just finished installation of an all-wheel drive Superflow chassis dynamometer, an amazing tool. If you have any dynamometer things, Google that up, and it's really cool. We follow ASE Education Foundation national competencies. All of our students do take the ASE certification tests, as many as they want, student version or adult version. So our scope and sequence is critical thinking. So no matter what students want to work on, they're in. If they come to my place, they can get, no matter what the level is, where they want to go in life, we can take care of them. Always a place at my table for everyone. All right. So I have kids who are going to be auto technicians. That's our main focus. They're going to go to post-secondary 1 or 2 year community college. We have or tech school. We have ways to get to those places. We partner with a lot of those. I also talk about pre-engineering in my class. Students who are going to go to a 4-year college to be an engineer, whether electrical or mechanical, they're going to get the dexterity, the critical thinking skills, the meter usage that they need, and they're going to be above and beyond life when they get to college and take their 4-year. My engineers are wonderful. Or they're going to go to an apprenticeship and go right into a career and not go through a college world. I have those students also. We all have. It takes all of those. Our world offers 2 3-hour classes only. We have Auto 1 and Auto 2. We have an early morning class, a 0-1-2 period, and then we have an after lunch class 5-6-7 period. Both classes are combined class, Auto 1-2 combined classes. Both classes offer state-approved lab science credit. So 2 CTE credits, 1 lab science credit. That helps my seniors, that helps some of the juniors. And those science credits are repeatable. We do our leadership through Skills USA, our Auto Club and Skills USA. We have a job shadow program at local dealerships, at independent shops. The opportunity for community service hours at a local church, Auto Angels. We partner with Auto Angels on my advisory board, and we partner with them. We also offer college credit. We're articulated through Lake Washington Technical College. The best part is we are now in session. It's just a wonderful thing. We are in the hybrid mode. My students come in starting February 1st. We just started. It's our 2nd week. A couple of the other classes are in session also. That they didn't mention that. I can't imagine, but we are in session once a week. The kids come in for they touch cars for competencies for a couple hours, and we have small groups. But once a week they do that, and they're still online for the synchronous time where we have our theory session. Please come and visit our shop. We're there now, so please come and visit. We'd love to give you a tour. We'll, wear your mask and take care of business, and we'll take your temperature and we'll give you a tour. It's a wonderful shop. Kids are having a great time there, and man, so let's keep our masks on and stop COVID. So that's a quick 3 minutes for me. I don't want to take too long. It's been a long night, and thank you for attending, and please come see our class. Ms. Henselman, Marilyn, you're next, I believe.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Pete. As you can tell, Bellevue School District is very fortunate to have the wide variety of career pathways, the outstanding programs from exploratory, preparatory to advanced studies, to have the college credit, and to have the articulations available to students. This provides a high-level, rigorous program for all students in every single career pathway. We're also very fortunate to have outstanding instructors in Bellevue that take their jobs extremely serious and want to provide the best education that they can possibly provide. We have been very fortunate over the last month to be able to open up our programs again. Starting January 11th, we brought the culinary program back, followed by automotive, nursery greenhouse operations, advanced digital media, welding, and several others. All the satellite and all the welding or WANIC programs are now back in session or will be opening up very soon, taking extreme precautions in every avenue to ensure a safe environment, but to also ensure that our students can take the different certifications or to be able to pass the different assessments and to have a successful school year, which is what we want for all students. As you look at the different programs, please go to the Bellevue School District website and click on Career and Technical Education, and you will find the Career Pathways booklet. In each booklet, you will find a career pathway that outlines classes students can take from grades 6 through grades 12. It would show you what courses would make sense, even though you don't have to take every single one of those courses. It's just a platform of understanding what is possible. Also take a look at the college credits that are available and the different certifications. If you just look at the Cisco certifications, you can see that from grade 7 through grades 12, students can earn up to 36 college credits, earn their CCNA and CCNP, and they also have other certifications now available. Next slide, please. Bottom line, students need to decide what they are passionate about. Maybe they need to just take different career pathway classes, exploratory classes, to find what really inspires them and makes them excited about getting up in the morning and coming to school. Because eventually they will find that pathway. And when they do, the lights will turn on and they'll be excited. Next slide. Therefore, what are your students waiting for? They have Bellevue School District, and they have career and technical education, and they have amazing instructors that want to help them, guide them, and help them bring them to their future. And that's what we all want. Thank you for taking the time this evening, and we're sorry this went over. This will be recorded and will be posted on the Bellevue School District website. For additional information, feel free to contact our office directly. Or any of our instructors. They're all interested in helping and serving our students in the Bellevue School District. Thank you again and have a wonderful evening.